then we noticed all of our troops at the same time got in there and took the helicopters, all of them at the same time. And we had 13 helicopters with us. There were 13 helicopters. And behind you, I was the 13th helicopter behind you. The reason, because there's two things I knew. I could fly and work them, and I could feel them and chew them and fix them. I really do that. I've done it. I've still got my tools right in my car where I've done that. So the Colonel told us we'd take off dawn in the morning, and we did. The Lord told us at the time we took off, took our troops at the same time. 13 helicopters crossed over another place, and we noticed we got clear to the trees, close to the trees. The helicopters flopping there, close to it like this, and the grass was so high like this, and things. But the troops took off, and we took off at the same time. Remember this, don't forget this. So we took off about 150 feet higher, going to go back to the camp, but we noticed 150 feet higher. Every one of us got scared. Like every one of us, the helicopter others running over. Every one of them looked over there, and we saw at least 1,000 or more people come to the ground walking through here, and they were so tall like that, and they had bucklers and swords. Didn't have guns. Understand that, the difference. Swords and guns. What's the difference? They had swords, and they had bucklers right here, helmet in here, and helmets in here, and the feathers come right through like this, like the feathers, every one of them. And they walked through that grass. They walked right through that grass, but they had swords with them, still walking there. So we got back to the camp, and the rest of it, most of it just got quiet. Wow, that's all we say, wow, it's all exciting. But then, at 3:30 afternoon, the Colonel told us back, come and talk with us, and told us this. Now, do you understand what happened? He said, we took off at the same time. The troops took off, and we took off. We noticed that they took off. The troops found that camouflage right close to the trees, camouflage. And they saw there were 2 trailers of ammos in here.
Guns
and
mounted.
They had real ammos. I lost plenty of ammos in there. I noticed. And then they had, the troops come over found, and they saw the trailers are still there, but nobody there. Nobody is there. And the troops looked around, and said, we're supposed to find them. Through trees to find them. That's how we find them. They got about halfway over there somewhere, and they found the troops over there, found the, we call wicked people, wicked people.
The enemy.
He saw them, and we had 2 captains we had, both of them spoke languages, they're pretty good. They knew the Lord for them, and they go, no. And the man said, no. And they were scared. They were really scared. Now what it really boils down to, God said, angels come over here. 1,000 or 10,000 more angels. God made that in the Bible. 21. That's Isaiah 31. 91. And I saw that. God says, really boiled down to then, that God, the true God man up there in heaven, he saw the angels down here, and they ran through here. No wonder. Now, don't you never be afraid, because Jesus Christ, I told you, John 10:30, Jesus and God, you are still one. We call him Jesus. You can call him Jesus, better be. But he knows in the beginning, Genesis 1 says, in the beginning, God. Think about that. That's exactly. And notice 6 days he done God, the 7th day said Sabbath day. And then in John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he sent his own son down to the earth as Jesus now. That's the difference. Which now, the old Sabbath days, but now a new Sunday day now. 1 to 2 now, think about that. But don't be afraid of God. Because Jesus Christ, he is still the real one. He is. Someone called real of God. No, you should say, but true of God. That makes a difference. So you understand. Some say very deceived. Some are very deceived. Like Jehovah's Witnesses. They call it Kingdom Hall. They don't have a real church. They Kingdom Hall. Means they're different. Say the difference. Means they're deceived too. That's a real difference. But I am a preacher. When I started, when I was 7 years old, I'm still preaching where I am right now, where I am right this minute. I'm still here. 2 days more. This is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Wednesday, I'll be 81 years old.
81.
That's where I'll be.
Now,
I've told you, I have never been afraid, because I knew true God and Jesus Christ. That's Him, and I'm praying for Him. I'm walking with Him for eternity, forever. That's exactly what's going on.
even when you were there in the Vietnam War and flying those helicopters around, you weren't afraid?
I wasn't afraid there, and I'll tell you another story there in Vietnam. I had a pilot and co-pilot with me, and I was picking some tools fixing this airplane, the old airplane was, twin-engine airplanes, and he told me then, we got over out of South Korea over to North Korea, a little valley going up through there, and it's dark over there. But we noticed some down there sent a rock over there, and the airplane.
Rocket.
A rocket. It come through there, and half the engine
Missile.
blew off. And the only thing we do is jump. That's all we get. That's all we do is jump. Because he'd always, there's killed so much always. So the pilot told me I run first again. Just with a parachute, and I jumped out like I jumped. And I flew down, and noticed the trees, and noticed it was dark out there, and noticed I shone the parachute stopped right there, and I noticed I couldn't see. It's dark out there, I couldn't see nothing. But I knew some hearing, shooting things. I knew that. So the only thing I do, I got to run. That's all I got. So all I did, I grabbed hold of the parachute and I jumped it like that, and it was only that far to the grass, and that far was. We don't know a foot, that's all it was. But I noticed I had one little battery right here in my parachute. I grabbed it, I looked around, and all I could remember, I saw the moon out there. I knew the moon. I knew that. I knew there's the only way to go that way. That's all I can think. I can go that way. That's all I can think. And I did. I turned around and I ran. I ran. And the river is still over here. It's called the river, which is between the North and South Korea areas. But the river's still in there. And I know that. But I noticed I got to the river, and the bushes come around here, and I ran through the bush, splash, right down there. I got around there, but I heard them shooting at me, and all I could do is jump in the water, wish over here, and back out. That's what I was doing, going different directions. Got to the other side, got over to the other side, and the bank was still about that high, and I noticed suddenly I could hear bangs shooting to the other back to the other side. I knew the difference between good and evil. I knew the difference too. But I got to the river, and I got over there, and it's just roots, so they get a hold of the roots. And suddenly a black man, he's a tall man, he's a black man, and he reached over and grabbed hold of me and says, "Is you a friend? Is you a foe?" I'm a friend. I told him. And he grabbed a hold and jumped out of that water and come back out there and there's a bulldozer, or whatever, a bulldozer. He turned around, there's a bulldozer sitting there, and he said, bang, 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 like that. And turned around and jumped under the, sitting on this bulldozer sitting there. The man looked at me and says, "You're hungry?" I can remember that too, I'll tell you. I was only 17 years old that time. That's what that really happened, yeah.
Wow, you made it, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I told you in Vietnam, so did I. In Psalm 91. Psalm 91.
Going to be 81?
Yeah.
Did you have some close calls like that in Vietnam?
Yeah, I've been there. I started in 68, 69.
Mm-hmm.
There was 2 years right there.
Yeah.
And there, and I noticed that summertime, or what they call Ecuador, it's called the Ecuador, going to the south, to the north things. But this Ecuador over there, so we went over there. I noticed the difference, the difference in different kinds of temperature things. But I noticed
Oh, the equator.
Things like that. But what it boils down to is in Vietnam, we were Ecuador to the south, is what it boils down to.
Equator.
Ecuador means around the world, around like that. Is exactly what it comes to. And I told you before that. Show me something. Hang on just a minute. Put my glass just a second.
Okay.
This is Psalm 91. Psalm 91, remember this, the Bible. He who dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High God, he shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty God. I will say, Lord, He is my refuge and in my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. Surely He will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence things. You shall dwell under the feathers, think about that. And under His wings you shall take refuge. He terrors with their shield and bucklers. Shield and bucklers? You better be. He shall not be afraid of the terror of night no more, nor of the sorrow that fly by the day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, or the destruction that lays waste at noonday. I told you noonday. I remember there. 1,000 may fall at your side, and then 10,000 your right side also, and it shall not come near you either. Only with your eyes will you look and see the reward of the wicked ones, because He hath made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High God, your dwelling place here. No evil shall fall for you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling, for He shall give His angels charge over you, to keep all His ways. In their hands they shall bear upon you, lest you dash your foot against a stone. But you shall read from the lion, the cobra, and the young lion and the serpent, so they'll trample over the feet. Because He said, "The Son of God, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high again, because he has still known my name. He answered, call upon me, and He will answer me. And I will deliver him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him too. Long time will I satisfy him, and I will show my salvation." That's Him. Psalm 91.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly, it really happened.
You, when you say that happened, you mean that was how you were saved in Korea? Is that what you mean?
Korea? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I told you in 1950, I started the Air Force thing then.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a pilot yet, but the tools fixed them. Then
Right.
and I had a parachute. I went around to the parachute. I've been over there.
Mm-hmm.
The parachute story is what he's saying was from Korea. The other one
Yeah.
was from Vietnam.
Which one was Vietnam?
The story where they had the angels walking through the grass.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Did you also know that when overnight in Vietnam, troops took off, we took off at the same time? The troops went over there to come find trailers, the camouflage, and they had guns, real true guns, plenty of ammo,
Mm-hmm.
and they
Mounted
were going to shoot
guns.
us. They were going to shoot us.
Mm-hmm.
They had aimed it at
They
the
were
clearing
gone.
where they landed.
They're gone. Couldn't find. They come find out. The colonel also found when the troops got to the troops found over here, they found this trailer. But they noticed overnight the old wicked people call them Jesus, obviously.
Enemy.
But they had themselves had some dogs eating some dogs overnight.
They had them on a
dogs.
spit.
Oh.
They were cooking them on a spit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly happened.
Yeah.
So it's really true. I
Mhm.
understand that.
So, you believe the way you made it through 2 wars was through your belief in Jesus?
Yes, sir. Indeed. Indeed, I am. I tell you, I've told you before, right now, where we are right now, end of this age is happening right now, means he's still the leader, Jesus Christ, that's him. John 3:16, for God so loved the world, sent own son down to the earth, his name is Jesus. That's him now. I can call him Jesus, I call him God right now. Jesus or God, I like either way. But Jesus, I like him. I listened to it. I heard in my heart. And I've been there. In 2001, I had a stroke in the brain. It shut me down. I told my daughter with me, talk with her. I just shut me down. I couldn't say nothing. I know that. And my daughter took me several places, things. 10 years later, 2011, in my bedroom that one night, midnight time, I woke up and I saw Jesus stand right in front of me. I saw him. I heard him and I saw him. The difference, it was there. And he said, my friend, I love you. Don't be afraid. Be good cheer. I love you, heal you, and strengthen you. And he didn't roll off either. He just disappeared again. Understand? God. He could disappear and back in again. You know that? Don't be afraid of God. Don't be afraid of him. I told you, he's the real true one. John 10:30 again, I told you, Jesus and God, I am still the one only. That's him. That's it.
Well, are you glad that you signed up for the service?
Yes, I have. Yeah. I've been 71 years services. Well, I'll tell another story. I was in Vietnam. I went back to Virginia area. Actually, I was finishing up about right then. But I noticed that one night again, I had been smoking. Yeah, Vietnam doing some things. I smoked a lot of times. I did that. But then I noticed the bedroom that one night again. Suddenly, I heard the Lord spoke in my heart. Said, "Uh-oh, I better smoke."
Quit smoking.
So he told me. I said, "Okay, I've gone. I mean it. I mean stop. I did just a second, brother, or something. When he said stop, I stopped it. I really did. I stopped smoking and immediately I did it. I stayed it because I knew I wanted God. I loved it. I still want it. God told me smoking. Well, he wasn't afraid of that, but he suddenly told me then, you better stop smoking. And I did. bang, I stopped it quick.
Wow.
Not just fast, nothing. I mean, he did stop, I stopped it. And that's what I'm doing right now. If there's something wrong with me right now, something wrong with me, I will stop like that too and talk to Jesus first. I will do that. That's exactly what I'm doing now.
Can I ask you, when you first signed up for the Army, was the war going on in Korea? Was the war
Yes,
already?
oh yes, sure it was. Man, they were, man. Yeah. Oh man, it was, oh wow. Because I saw, they were so fighting over there in Vietnam too, I saw them. And there was one time over there also at night, the colonel told us that and said, it's wicked time, dark time. He says dark time. He said we had a brim around our place, around the broom, and around there we had barber craze and things, and things happened around here, some boom, boom, boom things like this. And we got over there, and the brim, we call the brim over there. I stuck around like he'd get the guns. We said the gun, bang, 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 bang. We saw them back and forth things, and we saw them. And some of the old wicked people called. They come through the
enemy
barbed wires and things. And they run down like that, and other people run over and come back trying to find us. And we were shooting a gun. And I noticed behind me, our ammo was gone right now. Ammo was gone. I can't do nothing but shoot, and now I can't shoot no more. Now I've got to fight. That's all I do is fight. And my colonel's standing right behind me, and he was fighting too.
Hand-to-hand combat.
But we just grabbed the hold there, and we got fighting. And I've been fighting gun. I did a lot of what you call
hand-to-hand combat.
yeah, combat. Yeah.
He had his nose broke with the rifle butt
But
Really? This was in
in Vietnam.
Vietnam.
That's when they ran out of the ammo.
Ammos. But then in the brim around the place in there, and I noticed that we had to shoot, and they come back here, and then we had to fight. Oh, we just fight. But while we were still fighting there, the ammo's gone, we were still fighting. Had another airplane coming out here, a twin-engine airplane out here over here, and it's a DC-4 airplane, 2 engines, but they had pulled things down, and the ammo sitting over there, and jumped. They killed it. And they killed them, so gone. And I can tell a real story like this right here. Exactly what happened right here. Sure did.
So when you guys were in hand-to-hand combat, then you got some air support?
Yeah, it sure did. And they had had a DC airplane, it was, old airplane, twin-engine airplanes was. But they had the captain, a co-pilot with them, and the other man behind you, the thing, the ammo was in there, inside there like that, and they had big balloons on it, but they go, they killed all the old wicked people, and they saw them ready to be gone, now most of them now. But I turned around to the colonel behind me to get there, and I looked at him, and he said, "Oh, thank you, God." I told him, "Me too, God, me too, because then we hurt, man." I know it really happened. I'll tell you something. Hang on just a second. Hang on just a minute.
Okay.
See this?
Yeah.
This is me.
That's a lot of medals.
Yeah, look at here. See this?
Mm-hmm.
Airplanes and helicopters, both of them. Remember?
Mm-hmm. I got it. Hang on just a second. Let me get one more shot. Oh, go ahead, lift that again. Lift that lapel. Show me those medals.
Yeah, lift that one. Yeah, there you go.
Right here is the blood color right here.
What is that one?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Blood right here. They call it blood.
Okay.
That's what we call it right there. Yeah. Vietnam, Korea, Vietnam things. Yeah. Good conduct right here is called the good conduct. God said the good conduct of my heart too. That's exactly what He do, son.
That's great. Thanks for showing that to me.
I just want to tell you that's what done.
Are you ready to sit down?
Okay.
Oh. How did you, when you guys had to do the hand-to-hand combat,
Yeah.
what had happened? Did something happen to your helicopter, or what happened that you had to fight like that?
It was in 68, 69, it was 69, and I told you then that what happened then, that they, Psalm 91 is the one,
Okay.
and we saw there were at least 1,000 or more people there. They started somewhere, but they came in Psalm 91 said, we were in at the same time, the troops took off and we took off that way. The helicopters took off and the troops took off at the same time. And we took off about 150 feet higher, going a little further back to camp. But we noticed then that we saw there were at least 1,000 or more people down the other side. And they didn't have any guns, they had swords and bucklers
Okay.
and helmets with feathers and helmets.
And these were soldiers, or what were they? These were enemy soldiers, or villagers, or?
Well, we were military people. We were all troops, we call them.
Were they angels, Daddy? Were they angels?
The other people were 1,000 were the angels.
There you go.
All the time, they're real angels. What takes about that?
Okay.
But God made angels down here. And God said 1,000 or 10,000 more. Read that Bible over there. Psalm 91. He told you exactly what happened. And so if somebody got scared, they better come back, repent, and come back.
Is that what you were reading to me a moment ago?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure did. Right
All right.
here in my Bible, King James Version Bible.
Okay.
KGB, King James Bible.
Okay.
It started in 1915, 60, somewhere in that area. Years, 1,000 years back there.
Okay. Well, let me go back to when you first signed up for the Air Force.
I started Air Force 1950.
And the war was going on.
Yeah, they had war then, that's all that. Yeah.
Why did you want to join while the war was going on?
Well, we saw they were in the river in between North Korea and South Korea. We were south, they're North Korea. Know the difference. And I told you, they had the river come in between them,
Yeah.
like that.
Why did you want to join the military when there was a war going on?
Yeah. God told me what me to do, and that's what I'm doing, just walking with Jesus. He told me I'm a warrior in here. That's what I am. I am a warrior. God made me a warrior. That's why I am. I believe it. I told you I have never been afraid, because I knew one thing. His name is Jesus Christ. I know him. I'm staying with him. Forever. Forever. I will.